A Republican member of the Texas Legislature is suddenly very concerned about the issue of gun control. A Texas Republican. Now, the reason why he's concerned now is totally unsurprising. So while discussing how much he hates Syrian refugees and doesn't want them in his state, Representative Tony Dale said that refugees get driver's licenses, and we can't do that with Syrian refugees because what if they get a job at the airport and then they, bomb planes or something, bro? This is the way that he's thinking. He's like, any Syrian refugee you allow in, any of them, don't give them rights, don't give them driver's license, for example, because, they might get a job at the airport and then bomb the plane. This is a thought that not only he had, he actually said it. He thought about it enough to say it out loud, and he wasn't embarrassed. Unbelievable. So then, according to Raw Story, quote, on the matter of guns, Dale proposed amending the Texas laws along the lines of liberal California that would provide refugees with certain rights, but make it harder for them to procure weapons. Quote, California, when they issue driver's licenses to non-citizens, specifically say that it is not to be used for a federal purpose, not to be used for employment, and that means it cannot be used to board a plane, and presumably it could not be used to purchase a gun. So he's proposing this. He's like, okay, I love guns. Guns are awesome. Guns in Texas, rock and roll. But, if there were any Syrian refugees that get in here, well, we're going to stop them from getting guns, right? We're going to stop them from getting guns. Wait, tough guy. What happened to more guns equals more peace? What happened to everybody should have a gun? What happened to Second Amendment? What happened to this is not debatable? Now remember, the way the Constitution works, it's not explicitly saying these are your rights. It's actually a restriction on government. So the argument that, well, they're not citizens, so it doesn't count, that actually doesn't hold up. And again, like they were laying out here, when refugees come in here, they do have a limited set of rights. I find it funny that the one right that you guys have said you cannot argue against, it's sacrosanct, it's off the table, the one right where they say that. They're like, oh, brown-skinned people? Get rid of that one. It's inconvenient now. We don't like those guys, so you can www.com / they're brown. So we can't give them anything. No, see, the reality is, guys, should Syrian refugees, should everybody in the U.S. be under more sane, reasonable gun laws? Absolutely. We should have a universal background check. We should have a ban on high-capacity magazines. We should have a giant gun buyback program where we limit the number of guns, not forcibly taking people's guns, but have this giant buyback program and incentivize people trade in your old guns, because we have over 300 million guns in the U.S., and it's not a coincidence that we have more guns than every other modern nation, and we also have more gun deaths. That's directly linked. So should we have overall more sane gun laws? Yes. But notice how he thinks, for me and for Texas and for white people, no laws whatsoever. And he says, hey man, our laws in Texas, we got lax gun laws here, dog. So we can't allow in any Syrian refugees because they might use it. Well, thank you, because you just destroyed your entire original argument about guns. It indeed is not true that more guns equal more peace. It is true that you should have sane gun laws, and you should prevent people who, have something terrible in their past, or former criminals, or questionable. You should prevent them from getting guns. You should prevent crazy people from getting guns. But notice how in his mind it's white people fine, lax gun laws for all of them, even if they're fucking psychopaths, and statistically they do more mass shootings than anybody else. White people fine. Middle Eastern, oh, no way. Black people, still no. But you're better than the Middle Easterners. This is the way they think.